Hello friends, it's New Year's Eve day. I just got to a furniture store. I'm gonna go look at some couches. I decided 2024 is my year for a new couch, and I think I already have the one picked out, but I'm gonna go look at colors. Maybe I'll show you and you can help me pick it out because I'm very indecisive. And really it doesn't matter that it's my couch and not your couch. You can still pick. I feel like it would make one less decision for me and I would appreciate it. Okay, I'm back. I also moved my car twice because I was up by the front of the store and I got shy vlogging. Also, good news, I picked my couch color without you. Sorry if you got invested in the last 20 seconds, but we're going with green, and I know in my heart that it is the right choice. I think I've wanted a green blue kind of couch for a while, but the thing holding me back was my hair color, because my hair was turquoise for a while, and I think I'm gonna go back to turquoise this year, but I didn't want to pick a couch that was the same color as my hair because then it would be very matchy. And I feel like that looks weird. So this green, I think it's far enough that it does not look the same, but it's also going to not clash, because that is a different consideration when you have colorful hair, is you don't want to clash with your furniture. I feel like most people actually don't think about this and they just pick the thing that they want and they live with it, and there is no problem at all. But if you're an overthinker like me, this is the kind of stuff that you think about anytime you buy something. Anyway, today is also the last day of the 2023 Goodreads challenge, and I challenged myself to read 100 books this year, books and audiobooks, and I finished number 98 this morning, which means I have 2 more books to go this year. I just started another audiobook on side hustles. It's by Chris Gillibrow, I think, and it's called something Side Hustle something. Actually, the last 2 audiobooks that I listened to were also about side hustles. So spoiler alert, if you keep watching the vlog into 2024, that's probably going to be a theme in the next few weeks / months. I'm kind of trying to figure out a good income source that I can fit in between dog training in my existing business and going to school, and something that I can do on flexible hours, ideally from home, because I don't want to be gone for long days. I mean, maybe scratch that. Maybe if it's only I don't know. I've also been looking at vet tech jobs also because I want to get more experience hours, but that could also be something that I do as a volunteer job. So I don't know. Basically, I've got a lot of stuff going on that I'm trying to figure out, and I think the next few weeks are going to be a dabbling phase where I try to figure out what's going to work more long term. So that's what I got going on today, is finishing my books, and I don't know, I'm considering ordering a couch today. I think they do payment plans where it's ridiculously cheap, $10 a month for 5 years. And I think I'm gonna get the couch first and then see if I think the love seat can work. My living room is a really weird shape and I don't know how to put multiple pieces of furniture. I think I could do a couch and an accent chair. Maybe I could make the love seat work in an L shape kind of situation. But yeah, my living room is weird. Also, pretty much me and the dogs are who hang out there, so the choice would be where we will sit. I was looking at, they have also an accent chair that matches, and I was okay, so me and one of the dogs on the couch and one of the other dogs on the chair. But I don't know, we'll see. Speaking of the dogs, I was also looking at beds because I want to get a new bed this year, and one of my deciding factors for that is I want something that's kind of low to the ground, because Bruce is a senior now and I don't like that he's jumping on the bed, and I don't think I can teach him to use stairs. I think he would maybe use the stairs to go up, but then once he wants to get down, I think he would jump down, and I don't like that. So this isn't the only reason I want to get a new bed, but I think choosing one that's a little bit lower to the ground would be beneficial for him. But that's gonna be a process. There's a few things that I want to buy for the house this year, And like, first things first though is the couch. Like the couch and the rug for the living room. I was also looking at rugs in there, not like the rugs that they have, but like rugs on my phone, so I could picture with the couch like what's gonna look good, because the original rug that I had picked out had a lot of green in it and I felt like that was gonna be too much. So before I committed to the couch color, I also wanted to identify some rugs that I like, and so I have a few options. So I think I just need to get the couch in my house and we'll go from there. It's 5:30 now, 5:31. I'm still listening to my audiobook. I have about 50 minutes left, but I'm listening to it on 1.5 speed. And it's like, this is the Libby app. I think Audible updates the time, like the time remaining when you listen to it on like faster speed, but Libby doesn't. So I think whatever that maths to, 35 minutes or something like that, 40 minutes. I'm gonna say it's like 35 minutes, something like that. So I'll be done soon. I'm eating leftovers from yesterday from Pura Vida in Redondo Beach, which is delicious. Those are like my New Year's Eve plans. And then after this, I have one more book to do. I'm in the middle. Judith, I can hear you clicking around. I do have like several books in progress, and that was my plan, was to pick up one of those as my 100th book. But we'll see how it goes. I also have some like short kids books and stuff like that I can like go to in an emergency, like if I really just want to get it over with. And that's pretty much all I've got going on tonight. And my battery is about to die, so I'm gonna get to it and then I will check in with you in a little bit. Okay, hello, Happy New Year. Today is January 1st. I'm at the library, which is closed today, and there's nobody here, nobody in the parking lot, so I don't know why I'm whispering. So this morning, I finished my Goodreads challenge for 2023. I set a goal of reading 100 books in 2023, and I know what you might be thinking is, how did you finish that this morning if your goal was to read that many books in 2023? Well, I gave myself an extension, and I finished the last like 20 or so pages of Kafka's Metamorphosis this morning. I was reading it yesterday, I was reading it last night. Judith stepped in mud and cut into my reading time, and I feel like had it not been for that event, I would have finished on time. But I was reading like right up until midnight, and I was tired, so I waited for like the fireworks and the noise to die down, and then we just went to bed. But you know what? I'm allowing it also because I probably didn't finish my first book of 2023 at midnight. right? This is like some advanced math, so stay with me here, but I didn't finish the first book probably until like the second or third day of the year. So if I want to say that I finished 100 books in one calendar year, this still works. We're just shifting the timeline over by like a few hours, so it's fine. Anyway, this book, this was a weird one. I don't think I knew what this book was about up until fairly recently. Based on the title alone and that it was written by a guy, I thought, okay, it's about some guy's transformation, which technically is correct. But yeah, this book was not what I expected at all. It was also funny. Like, I wasn't expecting that. I thought I was picturing like kind of a gothic horror sci-fi vibe, kind of like Frankenstein. And it was just like, it made me laugh a lot more than I expected. For those who aren't familiar with the book, it's like the guy wakes up one day and he's been transformed into a giant beetle. It kind of reminded me of The Fly, even though I've only seen parts of The Fly as a child. And I think I avoided it because it freaked me out after that, which I'm curious, now that I've read this, I'm curious to like watch it again as an adult. But I will say that like I avoided looking at any artistic representations of this book, like any movies. I think there is at least a couple movie adaptations of like this story specifically, and like drawings and like illustrations and stuff. And I didn't look at them while I was reading on purpose, because just trying to imagine a giant man-sized beetle and the way he describes like his little legs and stuff, like just like the imagination I think is better. I don't know. I was just trying to wrap my head around like what this would actually look like if it was happening, and the fact that his family is so nonchalant about it, and like he is also. Like, I think one of my favorite moments was when he first wakes up in bed and then he like tries to go back to sleep thinking like he can just sleep it off. Oh, but I did want to mention, like in the afterword, there is a mention of, I guess Kafka didn't want any, like he really didn't want to have any kind of illustration of the beetle, the bug, the insect. And I think he's kind of vague in his descriptions of it, like kind of on purpose, but he didn't want any illustration on the book cover. So I like that this is like kind of abstract. The one thing that he does go into more detail about, or mention repeatedly at least, is the little legs. So like that's the most defined part of the book cover, at least of this version. I don't know, I'm sure there's other versions. So anyway, I'm gonna drop this off. I'm at the library. I have like 6 books or something, and I think I've only read like 1 or 2 of these. I think including this one, I've read 3 of them. And yeah, I feel like I did the library dirty because I have like a lost material is fine on my account, because these are like a few weeks late, which I know once I turn them in, like that's gonna go away and I'm not gonna have to pay anything, but I still feel bad. Like I've relied on the library a lot this year, giving me free books, and then I feel like I wronged them by having late stuff. I'm sure I'm overthinking that, but I still feel library guilt. So I'm gonna turn this stuff in, and then I'm gonna go home and work on my newsletter. I don't think I'm gonna film anything else today unless something interesting happens, but I think I'm just gonna be sitting at my computer working on my newsletter, which I'll share with you after I post it. And yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, you might be wondering, am I going to do 100 books again this year? Absolutely not. I set my Goodreads goal at 24 books. 2 books per month. I feel like that is a respectable goal. I'm going to, I think my goal is going to be 1 workbook, not a workbook, but a workbook, a book for work. So like something related to dog training and behavior, and then 1 fun book per month. And I'm sure I'll probably read more than that, especially factoring in like audiobooks and stuff. But I just don't want to have like more pressure than that. But I'm still really glad that I did it. I think it was a good challenge. I maybe won't do it ever again, but that's that. Someone pulled into the parking lot. They're gonna think I'm a weirdo, so I'm gonna go. I'll see you soon. Hello there, it is Sunday. I am just about to head out and go do something fun. I just wanted to wrap up this week's vlog because I think I'm gonna try to do this weekly, kind of little updates throughout the week and then post on Sundays. So I just kind of wanted to wrap up like how the rest of the week went. I mentioned like some side hustle stuff, and I've been selling books on Pango, which is like a book selling app. Hang on, I'm gonna go feed my cat. Okay, I'm back. So anyway, I've sold like, I don't know how many books I've sold. I want to say I've sold like maybe 8-9 books so far, and just in the last like week or so I've made like 25 bucks, so that's not too bad. Part of the reason is that I want to make extra income, but also because I need to get rid of some books. I have like way too many books, and as I mentioned, I read 100 books last year, and not a lot of them were books that I already owned. So that's kind of another goal for this year, is to like read books that I have been hanging on to and not read, so I can get rid of them, and if I'm not going to read them, then just let them go. But I'm kind of trying to figure out like some little things that I can do to make like income in addition to my like pet sitting, dog walking, and dog training income, because I'm starting school in a couple weeks. I mean, I've already been in school, but my schedule's changing, and I'm actually gonna have to be on campus, and I don't know what my schedule is. It's kind of like this silly setup where I have to go to an orientation to register, So I'm not going to find out my schedule until like the week before class starts. So like I don't want to commit to anything. I don't want to take on too much work like until I know what my schedule is going to be and how many classes I'm going to get, because I have like 4 potential classes that I could take. But I have a feeling some of them will be full, so it might only be like 1 or 2. It might be 0. I don't know. But yeah, it's not entirely a bad thing though, because I do need to get rid of some of this stuff. So it's kind of motivating me to like find other ways to earn income in the meantime. I just did a Peloton arm workout with Tunde, and it's like not really comfortable to hold the camera right now. So I'm gonna try to make this quick. So I've also been working on my homework today and this week. I'm not totally as caught up as I would like to be. But it's been kind of a struggle, honestly, trying to manage like work stuff, personal stuff, and school stuff. I feel like especially after like the pandemic, when there were very few things that I had to juggle. And then for a year or so after that, I was just really busy with work. And now trying to throw school back into the mix, like it's been kind of tough. So I was working on that this morning. I'm not quite as caught up as I would like to be, but I'll get there. I know I have stuff due tomorrow, and I'll make time to do it tomorrow. Because today I'm going to do something fun, and I had told myself I was going to be out the door by 2:30, and I think it's now about 2:40, so yeah, I'm still making time to do this. The last thing I want to mention that I did is I worked on my Substack newsletter, and that took like days longer than I thought it was going to. I think I wanted it to come out on Monday, so I wanted it to be done by Sunday, and I think it actually came out on like Wednesday or Thursday, so like it's okay. I'm like adjusting to like new year, new schedule. I kind of like made a list of goals, and now I'm kind of trying to figure out how they all fit together like in my schedule. So it's okay. So because I like need to go, I'm not gonna recap like the newsletter, but I will post it in the description. I'll post a link if you want to read, and it's just like the year in review for my business and what I've been doing like career-wise and education-wise. And it's like a recap of my top 10 like favorite moments that happened in 2023. Honestly, I think a reason that it took so long to get done is because I still feel weird talking about like accomplishments and goals and stuff like that. But I'm glad I did it, and hopefully I can get in a habit where that doesn't feel so awkward. I've also kind of not been doing a good job of sharing stuff like in real time like I used to on social media and here on YouTube. So that is another goal for getting back to posting vlogs more regularly, hopefully on a weekly basis. I want to get better at sharing things when they happen, because I feel like I'll go through my camera roll and be like, oh, that was really cool. Why didn't I talk about that? And it's like something that happened like 6 months ago, and I realized I never posted. I never really like told anybody. So hopefully this year I can get better at that. So with that being said, I'm going to head out and go do something fun. I'm going to start next week's vlog later today at a new location, and I'll see you next time.